You can't have a well-machined or a well-oiled machine function if you constantly have to make up things. Like the Army, the military is a machine. And you got to, the machine has to keep going.
Yeah.
And so people are going to come in, people are going to come out. But you got to think of it, I think, in a different way where it's like, okay, I'm going to be the best that I can be in the Army.
Yeah.
That's the song, right? But what are you doing outside of that to take care of yourself? Are you going to school? Are you getting all the medical stuff that you could possibly have? Like I got laser eye surgery in the Army. I had braces in the Army. I mean, I've had all kinds of opportunities. I've traveled to over 40 different countries. Like I've seen the world.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Well, I think it's funny because a lot of people have that misconception of like, oh, the military, you don't get paid very much. And I was thinking to myself, being a PFC, being married and having a daughter, first of all, I didn't pay for either one of my kids to be born.
Yes, the hospital bill alone. Dude, holy smokes,
that right
man.
there didn't have to. I always got like housing allowance, food allowance.
You didn't have to pay for. You didn't have to buy new clothes every day because they supplied them to you.
Yeah. There was a lot of. The military actually pays pretty well when you do everything and you put everything
medical,
together.
dental, education, training. You have a skill.
And a lot of these guys don't understand it until they get out. Something you were just talking about how everything's so complicated. We were talking about this before we started, shooting earlier, and it's the fact of, it's like going to go get your lights turned on to your new apartment. And like these guys, they get out of the military and they've always lived in the barracks. And before they lived in the barracks, they were living at home with mom and daddy. And they've been in the military for 10, 12 years. And they're like, I just want to get out. I want to go do something. I'm going to become a welder.
Interviewing for a job. They never had to interview.
For a job. All of that. And then that TAP program that the Army puts you through, it could be better. But, these things, the military, like you said, it's a well-oiled machine and you are just a bolt, a part of that machine to make it work. And when you come out, you realize that you are only just a number. And then, talk about accomplishments versus family. I mean, one of the greatest accomplishments that I think I did when, obviously I went to attended airborne school. And then, like my blue cord, my cross rifles, there's one thing that those things will never be able to do. And they're never going to be able to look at me and say, I love you, Daddy.